Court is calling 2025 CR 007971 State versus Francisco Benito Marquez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? And are you Mr. Marquez? State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? The state is proceeding on an assault causing bodily injury family member as a Class A misdemeanor. Range of punishment is up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine. According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense. Punishment is to be assessed at 83 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's a $500 fine, an affirmative finding of family violence, and there's to be no contact with the complainant. Did you understand that to be your plea? To the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? So the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. State, have you been in contact with the complainant?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
And is she aware of this?
She is.
All right. So what is your problem? As far as hitting the mother of your child, I'm assuming you have a child with her?
Yes.
And so according to the police report, you were upset that somebody said she was on Facebook and she's holding a child in her hand, so you hit her?
My knowledge from my dad was what happened,
Well, did you hit her? Yes or no? Oh, so then you want a jury trial while we're here?
Oh, no, man.
Well, no. See, I'm going by the stipulations. And when I receive stipulations, this is what stipulations mean. Stipulations mean you're saying that if these people were to come in and testify, this is what they testify to, and what they're testifying to would be true. And when you plead no contest doesn't mean you're not guilty. No contest means that you're just not going to fight the charges against you. So in this police report, it says that you hit her while she was holding your child. So if you're saying that did not happen, then sounds like you want a jury trial. So did this happen? Then why are you pretending as though it did not? Well, I mean, does nervousness make you be dishonest? So why are you doing this? What is your issue? Obviously, you have anger issues. Obviously, you do not love her, because if you did, you would not hit her. So what's going on? Well, here's the thing. It's not just one of those things. You have an issue because you have a continuous violence against family. So that's an issue. So what is going on with your world and why are you doing this? And here's the thing. My intent is not to embarrass you, but sometimes people come before me and they don't even think about their actions. I'm sure you're just thinking about, hey, it's 83 days. I have a judgment satisfied. I don't have to go to jail. But if you don't figure out why you're behaving the way you're behaving, you're going to be right back here. And you're going to end up meeting somebody who's not going to tolerate this. Or either somebody who has a brother who's not going to tolerate you putting their hands on their sister. Or somebody who has a father who's not going to tolerate you putting their hands on their daughter. You understand? So why are you doing this? Have you even thought about it?
That's something I do to regret.
No, I mean, we can have regrets, but the question is, why do you keep doing the same thing? You need to find out the answer, because otherwise you're going to be right back here. And I'm assuming the state is offering this because maybe the complainant doesn't want to come forward and it's like, no, I don't want to come forward and testify. And I understand the circle of violence, but she needs to start protecting her child, because the fact that you have a daughter, is this your daughter that she was holding? How would you like it if some grown man, when she becomes old, hits on her? Yeah. And so the person you hit, maybe her father wants to be behind bars, and you're not thinking about that. And children learn from the people who are around them. You know, when you see a child who's using profanity, you know where they learned that from? The people around them, because that's how they learn to talk. They listen to what people are saying. And what you're teaching your daughter is, because I'm assuming she thinks you love her mom. So what you're teaching her is that a man does not love me unless he hits on me. And you know why? Because you say you love her mom and you hit on her mom and you're hitting on her in public, which means I don't know what you're doing with her behind closed doors. And how many children do you have?
Like just with her, like
Oh,
overall,
overall. All right. And what are their ages?
15-year-old, 14-year-old, 3-year-old, 3-year-old.
And the 2-year-old, is this at the time, was the 10-month-old that she was holding or no?
No, those are new kids. Those are new kids.
All right. So you're just being fruitful and multiplying and not taking care of any of your children. You need to get employment. You need to start being a father that somebody can look up to, and you need to stop putting your hands on people that you claim to love. And the only reason why I'm following this agreement is because I'm sure that the state will not be able to get an affirmative finding of family violence because she's not showing up to court. But this is what I have to do. Part of my job is protecting the community, even when they don't want to be protected. And there are women out there who are going to think you're a good catch because they're meeting your publicists until they end up having a child with you. Then they're meeting the real you. So the court is finding you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, 83 days in the Bexar County Jail, give you credit for any time served. And you say the judgment is satisfied? All right, I'll show that the judgment is satisfied. There's to be no contact with Dana Cavazos, that's Cavasos, and there's to be no residing with the minors. All right, we can drop the record. You better change your life. And I know what some of those tattoos mean. So if you're not intending to be someone that a child can tell people in that class, that's my dad, then you need to cut them loose because they don't need you in their life. You understand? All right, good luck to you. Court is calling 2025 CR 007286, State versus Amanda Stephanie Ellis. Could I have parties announced?
For the state,
And are you Amanda Ellis? You're charged with theft of property, $2,500 to $30,000. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication, and there's to be restitution to the complainant. Did you understand that to be plea?
yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. So, again, what is wrong with you? Why are you taking a vehicle that doesn't belong to you? Why are you smoking in marijuana in a vehicle that doesn't belong to you? Why are you painting over her rims a vehicle that doesn't belong to you?
I can't say, but I don't have no excuses for anything, I can't, I don't do that, and like, nothing like that, I know I was going through a lot during that time, and that's not the type of person.
Well,
I know I made a mistake, I did,
no, that's not a mistake. You made choices.
yes. I can,
So if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you will get drug tested today.
I won't be free.
All right. So see, you just told me you're not this person anymore, but here you are standing before me positive. Yeah. And you did it in this lady's car. And when she got her car back, it reeked of marijuana and her rims were painted. So you're telling me that I'm really not that person. You are, because you're still doing the same thing other than, as far as I know, because no cases have been presented before me, you're still smoking marijuana and you probably smell like marijuana. And the reason why I allowed you to be here at 10 today instead of at 9 is because your attorney told me you had a child to drop off at school. So you dropping off a child at school smelling like marijuana, and I guarantee you that child's clothes smells like marijuana.
No,
That's not who you are.
no.
All right.
Whatever I do on my own, I don't even bring that to her.
Mhm. So let me break it down a little bit. Let me unpack some luggage. So what you're telling me is you go somewhere else and smoke marijuana.
I do it occasionally.
Well, no.
I don't,
You don't smoke it at your home where she is. So your home does not smell like marijuana at all. And then when you smoke it somewhere else, you take your time wherever you are, or go to a hotel, take a bath, do your laundry so that you don't come home smelling like marijuana. That's what you're telling me. Yeah. So see, because let me just tell you, I don't smoke cigarettes, right? Never done drugs, I've never done marijuana, right? But what I can tell you, anybody who comes in, I can smell cigarette smoke on them. You can chew all the spearmint gum you want, then you just smell like spearmint gum and cigarette smoke. I don't drink. Why I don't drink? I just don't think it tastes good. It tastes nasty to me. Anybody who walks up in here and they've had an alcoholic beverages, they can spray their mouth, they can swish some mouthwash. Guess what? I still smell alcohol because I don't do alcohol. I don't do cigarette smoke. I can just, my sense of smell is highly elevated. I guarantee you, your child goes to school, other children who don't have parents who don't smell of marijuana, you know what ends up happening? She smells of marijuana. Children are probably teasing her because her mom smells like marijuana. Now, should children be teasing her? No, but hey, parents teach their children what they teach their children. And you're not making it any easier for her. So does anybody know the restitution for this lady's vehicle? Because it seems as though she had to have them do a detail. I don't know about the rims because she spray painted the rims. Why? I don't know. So do we have restitution amount?
Not yet, Your Honor. We reached out on 8/13 and we're pending the follow-up call. to
All right,
that.
so I found that there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. I've deferred finding of guilt, but we're recalling this in 30 days. Would you have a restitution amount?
We should, yes, Your Honor.
We're going to recall this in 30 days with the restitution amount. And what I can tell you, based upon my limited knowledge on the cost of rims, because I have scratched a rim before, and based upon this vehicle, you should be prepared to pay at least, or have with you when you come to court in 30 days, at least $2,500. That's what happens when you steal a vehicle. And detailing, depending on where, if she went to go get it detailed, depending on where she went to get it detailed, you're looking at a minimum of $850. This is just based upon my experience. Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 30-day reset for restitution? All right, we're coming back on September 22nd. And between now and then, you need to come back here negative. You understand? All right, once you sign the reset form, you will be excused. And counsel, if they have a witness for restitution, the complainant, if she can only appear by Zoom, are you okay with her appearing by Zoom? All right, so if your witness needs to appear by Zoom, she can appear by Zoom, but
Yes, Your Honor.
please have documentation.
Yes, Your Honor.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. Thank you. All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1 in 2023 CR 3543? The court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine?
Yes, so.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation number 1 in 2024 CR 4456? The court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail?
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1 in each cause number?
Yes, sir.
In each cause number, the court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. It is to deny the motion to adjudicate, continue on his deferred. And in the 2023, cause number 2023 CR 3543, extend for 1 year, amend for outpatient treatment program and monthly UAs. And then under the 2024 CR 4456 cause number, amend for outpatient treatment program and monthly UAs, Your Honor. And the state will take into consideration clause number 2025 PF 24726, which is the possession of the Penalty Group 2 controlled substance that he pled true to, and number 1 of each of these MTRs, Your
All
Honor.
right, so you said 2025 PF
Yes, Your Honor. 2025 PF 24726.
26.
Yes.
Okay. Counsel, is that the agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Are you asking the court to follow this agreement?
Yes, sir.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, State. So you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So,
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Moses Anthony Ross.
All right, so what is your drug of choice and what have you been using?
Just marijuana.
Well, I mean, there's no just marijuana to it. Do
THC.
do you want to go? Well, what I mean is, you're not allowed to use drugs while you're on probation. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I, when I first started probation, I had a prescription that was approved by you.
Mhm.
That my probation officer told me it was okay.
But what is this possession about then?
It's the same,
That's-
THC.
It's just THC. I get it from the stores, from like the dispensaries here in San Antonio. But I don't, and then she told me that the provider that I had doesn't get accepted by you no more. So I had to find another one. And it took me about a month, but I
Well, I
found it.
mean, provider not accepted by me. What do you mean?
She said,
Where he got his original prescription. It was okay the first time and it got approved by the court. It's when it needed renewing, that same place where he got the prescription was not recognized by the court anymore.
she told me I could no longer use it.
Oh, well, then there's something wrong with that provider because I'm just not,
Oh, no,
saying, oh, you're okay now, and then this time you're not okay. So,
I mean, I understand. It's just that I don't want to call it the vendor, but for the lack of a better word, the location where he'd been getting his prescriptions was no longer recognized by the court.
all right.
She told me when it expired that you no longer take that provider, and then that there's only a certain list that this court takes. And that it took me about a month to find it. And
Well, I will tell you the certain list because people keep saying it's people that I'm not approving. There means that there's an issue with that provider.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not just me just saying, oh, no, you can't use a provider, but you can use it now, but I'm going to take it away. That means that there's an issue with that provider. There's an issue with that provider's license. There's an issue with that provider's prescriptions and what they are using, the criteria they're using to give prescription. So you understand?
yes, ma'am. I got a new one.
Okay,
Yeah, the probation just showed it.
yes. So what have you done since you've been on probation?
I did my class, my first class I completed. My second class, she said I could start at the end of July of this time, and I got in trouble, so I didn't start my class.
All right.
But all I have to do is complete one more class, and I would have completed both my.
What, that's parenting?
No, but that's the one he needed to start in July.
But she told me I could wait till the end of July since I just got done with the other probation in that class.
All right, and I'm sorry, State, were you asking for an extension of 1 year
Yes, Your Honor.
and
On the-
3543?
Yes, that's what the recommendation was from probation. I believe that it's supposed to expire month, the 20, yeah, and
That's on the 2023 case.
the 2023 case. And it's already been extended once already, Judge. So,
It was
I mean,
extended
the other
once.
one, he's not expiring until 2026.
The first one got extended because of monies.
Okay, I'm
And Judge, I think they're asking for the extension in order for him to do the outpatient treatment program, but depending on if you think that's even necessary, given that he has a prescription.
Because the outpatient treatment, I'm assuming it's because the possession of a controlled substance, which was the marijuana that he didn't have his prescription for at the time because the provider is no longer on a list of approved providers. So what I'm wondering is we just let the 3543 case expire?
Mhm.
And then he's still on probation on the other
until
case.
That's fine with the state, Your Honor.
June of 2026, Judge.
And then in the other case, he still has an affirmative finding of family violence, so it's the same.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so this is what the court will do then. In cause number 2023 CR 3543, the court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. The court will deny the motion. And that case will expire on August 24th, 2023. I'm sorry,
25.
25, thank you. And then in cause number 2024 CR 4456. Court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. The court will take in consideration 2025 PF 24726. All right, and then I really don't see the need for, as everybody stated, I really don't see the need for outpatient treatment or probation. Do you see the need for outpatient treatment? Right. So this is what needs to happen, though. Whatever your prescription is, it's not a free pass for you to use more than you're supposed to be using. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And probation, I see that it's for PTSD.
The first one was for my ACL, MCL. I have full reconstruction surgery on my knee. I fractured my lower back. I'm a barber. My back hurts. My knees kill me. Both of them are torn. And my dad was in the military, so all that's documented through like in the hospital.
So is it for PTSD or not?
Yes, this one is, yes, ma'am.
All right, so is there anything we need to do to address the PTSD probation? All right. All right, then those are the court's orders.
Thank you, Judge.
You need to make sure, we're off the record, you need to make sure that you complete all these programs. And even though your probation officer is telling you, well, we can start at this time, just do it, get it out of the way,
Yes, ma'am.
complete it. You understand? Is there anything else?
Yes, Judge, part of his bond condition, we put him on GPS partial. I don't know if we need a separate order to remove it this morning or today.
State, do you have any objection to the removal of GPS? He's on GPS.
It's part of the bond condition that Judge gave a couple of weeks ago.
No, Judge. I mean, I think one of my questions was in the new case, he was out on St. Mary's buying the product, and that was just a concern. I didn't know what time that was at. I just want to make sure he's following probation rules, as in some type of curfew of not being out late.
All right, so this is what we'll do. We'll continue with partial GPS for 30 more days. Come back and we'll see how he's doing. If there are no issues, then I'll consider removal.
Okay, go ahead and get that court date today then.
Sure,
Miss Boyd,
yes.
can I get it on tracking? I'm a barber. My clients book at like 9 in, and I stayed here till like 9 or 10. And I'm like, I've been doing it for like a year, 2 years.
You need to speak to the state about that. Your attorney needs to speak to the state about that. I'll let them confer with the state. So confer with the state about that.
Judge,
You're welcome.
have a good morning.
You too. Yes. All right, just give me one moment. Let me put this in the system. We're back on the record.
Mr. Governor has no objection to tracking for what purposes,
All right.
unless it's Moses Ross.
All right, probation. His GPS device, just be for tracking only for now. And I know it's through pretrial services, but we'll come back in 30 days. All right, thank you. All right, so, right, okay. Joshua Perales and counsel, if everything's going well with your client, then you really don't have to come in. If the state has no objections, just let me know and we'll remove GPS. All right, thank you. All right, where are we on this case with discovery?
I have not looked at the videos. He's brought some issues up, wants me to look at them. So I'd ask for a 30-day reset if I could.
All right, have you received an offer from the state?
I did receive an offer from the state and he brought up some issues. So I want to look at the videos, have him come in and look at them.
All right, Norma, I need a 30-day reset on Joshua Perales for a plea deadline date, please. September 18th, council.
That was for Moses Ross.
Yeah. Oh, that's for Moses Ross? Norma, is Moses Ross September 18th? Yes. All right, and so then the person before me now, all right, September 18th will be your plea deadline date. On that date, you need to let the court know whether you've reached an agreement with the state. If you have not, your next court date is going to be a quick turnaround for jury trial. You understand? All right, thank you for addressing appropriate court. Just have a seat and they'll bring the reset form to you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, court is calling 2025 CR 007787, State versus Larry R. Garcia. Can I have parties announced?
Lauren Espinoza for the state of Texas.
Robert Galvin for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Garcia?
Correct, Your Honor.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. According to the plea, the state is asking that your punishment be assessed at 108 days in the Bear County Jail under 1244, and there's a $500 fine and no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
To the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I'm guilty, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Only to accept the plea bargain we worked out with the state, give them credit for time served and judgment satisfied.
All right. The court will find you guilty as previously stated. The court will sentence you to 108 days in the Bear County Jail under 1244. The court will give you credit for any time served. There is a $500 fine, time and money to run concurrently. Counsel, does he have exactly 108 days?
On the docket sheet, it says 107, Judge.
All right, we can go off the record. You're gonna have to change your life. How old are you?
35?
All right, you're 35. Now, you're receiving a guilty verdict in this case. That's the easy way out for you. And you're like, hey, this is great because I want to be out of jail either today or tomorrow at midnight. Why they choose midnight? Again, that's the jail. But at the end of the day, if you have an addiction and it's addiction to heroin, that's a major issue. And unless you get help for that addiction, time you leave the Bear County Jail, since you've been there for 107 days, probably gone through detox, what's going to end up happening is you have these plans, right? I'm never going to use again. I'm getting my life together. I'm going to get my family back in my life. Then the next thing you do, you hit freedom, you smell the air, you get involved with somebody because you're supposed to change people, places, and things. And the next thing you know, you're using. And the last time you use could be the last time you use. When you get out of jail, you know what the first thing you should do before you call family or anybody and make promises about I'm changing my life? You need to find a meeting and go to a sober support meeting. You need to find a transitional sober house to live in. If you cannot find any of those things, you come back here, I'll pick up the phone, call somebody to help you. But nobody can help you if you don't want to help yourself. You understand? So don't call family making promises that you're going to maintain your sobriety when you haven't been tested yet. You understand?
I understand.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.